Hello and welcome to another video. We are going to be talking about books. I'm so excited. I did some shopping. I shouldn't have because I still have books to read, but there's been so many good deals. I have been shopping with friends in bookstores. I've been getting some good recommendations of books that I really think are going to be for me. Plus, there's been some Black Friday deals. I know Target had a deal. I think it was like buy two, get one free. Was that even the deal? I don't even know if that was the deal, but they had a really good deal. I don't even know what the deal was. And then also Amazon had some books off that was already on my wish list. I was like, let me buy the ones that are on my wish list. So I have, I think 20-ish books here that I have bought as of late. Some of these I've already read. I'm just gonna tell you which ones. And you can tell me if you've read any of these books and what you think about them and if you think I'm gonna love them. And per usual, always let me know if there's any books you think that I am missing out on that I should be reading. I will list all the books that I'm talking about down in the description box. I also have a recommendations list down below in case you want to see some other books that I have been reading, that I have been recommending. Also, due to popular demands, I did get a Goodreads. So many people have been asking me, so I did get a Goodreads and I will link that one down below as well in case you want to follow me. I had an old account and I looked in at it and I couldn't even remember reading the books that are on there. I'm like, I think I read those in an alternate universe. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna get a new Goodreads account, and I'm basically started with the journey that I'm on right now, the books that I have in my bookshelf right now. So one of the books that I bought out of a recommendation from probably Book Talk, let's be honest. Honestly, I think Bookstagram gets me. Instagram gets me more than TikTok, but it's probably because I'm more on Instagram. This is Throne of the Fallen by Kerri Maniscalco. Maniscalco, I hope I'm saying that correctly. This is a thick mama. I actually have already read this book. I listened to this as an audiobook. This has been, everybody hold on to your panties, this has been the first ever audiobook I've ever listened to. Ta-da! I know, I'm impressed too. And it was long, it was 19 hours. 19 hours, and it is 561 pages. It's a thick mama. You know what? I liked it. I liked it a lot. I gave this a 4-star, I'm pretty sure. If you, like I said, if you want to follow up on me while I'm reading, check me out on Goodreads. But I liked it. I really enjoyed it, and I bought this one because I got recommendations that if this was be a good one. Some people gave this a 5-star. I thought it was a 4-star. I liked it. I also bought, and this is a pre-order, and it came in. And this is the Songbird and the Heart of Stone, which is by Carissa Broadbent. And this is a Crowns of Nyqvist novel. And this is the first book in the second duology. And this is following Nisha instead of, what was her name? Rain and Oriah. Was the first duology was Rain and Oriah, and this is Nisha. And what was the guy's name? I don't remember. Okay. I don't know if Carissa Broadbent is for me. I thought this book was fine. I gave it a 3-star. I'm like, this is fine, but I feel like it's missing something. I did like the world building in this one more than I liked the world building in the first duology. I felt like this one was building on a little bit more. I love Nisha. She is like, this is a sunshine grumpy kind of a story, and I love Nisha. She is my perfect kind of sunshine, where she's just trying to, you know, help everybody else and not be like a burden on anyone, which I can really see myself in that. But the love stories, I feel like I'm just waiting for a really long time, and I'm not getting that yearning. I'm not getting that feeling of like being excited about people falling in love. It just goes from annoyed and all of a sudden people are soulmates, and I'm just like, I'm not feeling or sensing that journey in her writing. And I see so many people loving her books, and I think it's just that her writing maybe doesn't connect with how I like to read about love stories. Still thought it was a 3-star. I still think that the world building in this is really nice. Am I still gonna read the second one? Probably. Probably. So yeah, these 2 books I already read. I also did, I mean, I guess maybe I'm like a glutton for punishment, but I also did buy the 6 Scorched Roses by Carissa Broadbent. I've heard that this is a little thin book. I'm actually going to read this pretty soon. Ooh, no, that one I talked about in my last, because I'm actually finishing up Fear the Flames. I only have like 90 pages left in it. And I think I'm gonna read this one after, just as a little palette cleanse in between, because it's like a little short novel. This is supposed to be like a romance short novel. It's supposed to be in the same world as the Crowns of Nyqvist, but other people, like it's freestanding. I'm excited to see what this is gonna be. I bought this in the Fabled bookshop. I was with Rachel Palmieri, and we were in, where were we? We were in this small city, I don't remember what it's called. I forgot. It's like outside of Austin, but it was really nice. It was really cute. And I bought this book and I'm gonna read it. But the more I read Carissa Broadbent, the more I'm like, I don't know if this is for me. And I also have that Daughter of No Worlds that I want to read, but I'm also like, will I like that? I don't even know. Also, I bought a new camera. Let me know how you feel about the quality. I bought a camera on Black Friday sale. I don't know. I'm still working on the settings. And I also bought this as a recommendation, but I have realized there's this YouTuber here on YouTube, and she reads a lot of romantasy, but I have realized we do not have the same taste, because all the books that she loves, I am just like, meh. So this is the Wraith King by Juliette Cross, and I did read this one, and I bought it out of her recommendation, and it is, I give this a 2-star. I think that the world building in this one, if the author had just focused a little bit more on the actual plot, the actual world building, the fantasy elements, instead of focusing so hard on the fantasy elements, this could have easily become a 4-star, because there is a very interesting world in here. Did I even talk about what these books are about at all? I can like at least quickly mention, because I have read these. If you have read the first 2 novels, you know about Nisha. Nisha is a turned vampire. This is vampires, and it's pretty gory. So Nisha is a turned vampire. She was a human once. She was a priestess of the sun, and she gets turned into a vampire. And I don't want to give away... I don't want to give away what happens at the end of the other books, but something very big happens at the end of the other duology. And this book starts where that one ends, basically. And she is rescued, not really rescued, but she is like semi-rescued by a bastard prince of the... Is it the Shadow clan? Shadow something? I don't even remember. Oh my god. The back literally has spoilers in it. Don't read the back of this book. I'm actually shocked by that. It literally has something on the back that doesn't happen until like maybe 70% into the book. That's actually bananas. What the? Why would you do that? House of Shadow, that's it. She is being captured by the House of Shadow, and then she is being freed by one of the bastard prince of the House of Shadow, who basically says he has a mission for her. The mission is basically a death sentence as well, so she's basically like, I don't even know if this is better. Is it better to die now or die later? But the book pretty much takes on from there. I can't say too much without giving away what the book, the first 2 books are about. This one is Bridgerton meets a wicked, like more evil Akatar. Meets a little bit of almost like demons, because it's like the different circles of hell. It has this very interesting framework. I like the world of this one because it's set in like old-timey England with the, you know, the corsets and everything. So it's a very interesting world. It's basically about Camilla, that's an artist. She's taken over her dad's art shop or like studio, and she's trying to maneuver being a single unwed woman in the basically like old-time England. And one of the demon princes, the Prince of Sin, comes into this world looking for something special that Camilla has, and the story takes it from there. Honestly, very entertaining. Like I said, very entertaining. This one that we were talking about, this is a war between the dark and the light. It's very cliche, but I do think it's better written than the cliche that I'm saying. Basically, the daughter of the king that loses gets to be the spoils of war for the king that wins. And this is their love story. And there could be so much more, because the world in this is actually pretty good. And one of the things that this book tackles that could have been so good if the author had just focused a little bit more on that and a little bit less on the smut and the yearning and the love story that is just not nearly as interesting as this book could have been, is that this book deals with something that we deal with a lot in our world, which is that sometimes we never get to hear the other side of the story. We think that people are scary or weird. We think that different is bad because we don't know about it. But then when we're on the other side, we realize that the tales that we've been told, it doesn't really match up to reality. And we hear what other people think about us, and they also think that we are scary and different. And it just deals with, honestly, the xenophobia that's going rampant in our world today. And I just thought that if that could have had a little bit more focus, this could have been really interesting. Yeah, I gave it a 2 stars. It is what it is. I'm very excited to read this one, even though I gave this entire series so far 3 stars. I keep coming back to The Tale of the Hearth Queen, and I'm really hoping that this is going to be a 4 star. This book is thick, which makes me think that the author has been able to tie up all the loose ends. I liked where the last book ended. I thought the last book ended in a really good space. This is the 4th and final book about, I think her name is Lore. Yes, Lore. And I can't give away too much because again, this is the 4th and final book in the series about Lore, but the first book is called The Trial of the Sun Queen, and it's a very entertaining series. It is basically ACOTAR but make it even more chicklit. If you're looking for an easy read and you want to read about Fae and you want to read about just, I don't want to say morally grey because I do have some problems with the main character in this book, but I still think that it's an entertaining read, but it's not deep enough to be more than a 3 star. 3 star is still a good book, but I'm hoping that this one will tie it all together and be a 4 star. So this is the 4th and final book, and I'm very excited to read it. It's thick though, but my goal is to read this before the end of the year. I did also get The Courting of Bristol Keats. This is by Mary E. Pearson, and this is a really pretty like hardback book. I wonder how, ooh, it's purple on the inside. Let me see how oh, it's just a black book. I am very excited to read this book. I've heard mixed reviews about this book. I've heard some people loving it. I've heard some people not loving it. It is a romantasy, and I honestly have no idea even what it's about. This is like, trying to get this to fit. I have a list of books that I want to finish before the end of the year. That was a video that was, I think not the last video, but the video before that. And this one was like a bonus one. I want to be able, because I bought this on a pre-order, to finish this before the end of the year, but if I don't, that's fine. Is there any kind of like, what is this about? After losing both their parents, Bristol Keats and her sister struggle to stay afloat in their small quiet town in Bowes Keep. When Bristol begins to receive letters from an aunt she never heard of, who promises she can help, she reluctantly agrees to meet and discovers that everything she thought she knew about her family is a lie. Her father might still be alive, not killed but kidnapped. Oh, that's very interesting. Okay, so basically she's on a mission, she's on a journey. Okay, I've heard some people loving this, I've heard some people not loving this. I will say though that people that I heard loving it are people that usually have the same taste as me, and the people that I heard not loving it are people that usually don't have the same taste as me. So I will let you know how I feel about this. Hopefully I'll read it before the end of the year. Now we're getting into a book that I actually finished today, and I have been dying to get into more categories than just romantasy. Usually I fall in love with a category and I only want to read that. And before it has been, oh my god, I have been reading dystopias, I have been reading historical novels, I have been reading religious conspiracy. Oh my god, I was so into that for a couple of years. I even have a tattoo on my body from one of my favorite books, Holy Blood, the Holy Grail. Absolutely love it if you want to read. So that's the book that inspired the Da Vinci Code. I've read so many different books, and right now it's been so into romantasy, but I've never really loved contemporary romance. But I keep thinking that maybe I haven't tried the right ones, because I love reading about love. So I've been trying to take some recommendations from people of like their favorite contemporary romance books. So I finished one book today, which is this one, Swift and Saddled. No, this is not the one. This is the second book. I finished, hold please, this one, done and dusted. This is the first one. This is Lyla Sage's first book. I think this is like the Blue Wow, she's organized. A Rebel Blue Ranch novel. So this is number 1 in I think 3 books, and I also did buy number 3. This one I bought when I was in the bookstore with my friend Rachel when she was here, and this one I bought, you can see, I bought it on sale. This is 20% off, but I'm pretty sure I just got one of those deals, buy 2 get 1 free, or buy 3 get, I don't even know. I don't even understand. I think it was something like that. So I finished this one today. I still haven't been able to figure out how I feel about this one, and I don't think I'm gonna put a ranking or a rating on this one yet until I'm able to read at least one more contemporary romance and see if the rating is that I like, because I liked it a lot. I thought this was very interesting. This is cowboy romance. It is like childhood enemies to lovers, and it's very sweet and it's very entertaining, and I love the dialogue and I love the inner dialogue. It's very, very entertaining, and I need to figure out if my rating is based on a true rating, how I feel right now, or if it's based on that I thought it was fun and novel to read something else, a palette cleanse, or that I'd have nothing to compare it to. And I feel like I need to read some other contemporary romance to be like, how do I feel about this in comparison to other things? So I don't think I'm gonna read the second one before I read, and because I bought another, I think I have 2 other contemporary romance series here as well that I bought the first and the second book in. So I think I'm gonna read one of each of those as well and just be like, so where am I at now? Now that I've read 3 different romance novels from I think 3 different authors, like how do I feel now about these books? So I did read this one. I will update my Goodreads that I've read it. I just will not rank it or like put stars on it yet because I don't know. But right now, how I feel, I would say, how do I feel? I don't know. Is it a 4-star? Is it a 5-star? Honestly, it's very entertaining. I don't know, but I liked it. I liked it a lot, but as you can tell, I need some time to think about it. But that was the first contemporary romance book that I bought, and then I was like, I should probably, like I said, buy a couple of others so that I have more than one. I did during the sale see that this one was off, so I bought Swift and Saddle, which is the second book in the series, and I also bought on Target, because I heard a lot of people really loving contemporary romance, Anna Huang. So this is the Twisted Book 1 and the Twisted Book 2, so Twisted Games and Twisted Love. This one is real, like these books are thin. Like literally this done and dusted, this took me less than a day. I've flown through that one. So this one is also really thin. It's only 311 pages. So I'm thinking maybe I'll do this one next. And yeah, I have both of these. I don't even know what these are about, but honestly, I kind of want to dive into these without knowing what they're about. And I also bought Wild Eyes by Elsie Silver. Is this, I feel like I have, oh, here it is. Like I said, I had 2 books in this series too. Again, I feel like I bought one of these just on a recommendation where people are like, this is my favorite contemporary romance. I'm like, okay, I'll buy it, I'll try it. And then, yeah, this one, I think this is the second book in the series. You can see I got this on a Black Friday deal on Target. This is Elsie Silver, and again, I don't want to know what these are about. I'm pretty sure these are like small town contemporary romance, but I don't want to know what they're about because I want to dive in not knowing anything. So I'll report back to you and I'll let you know, like, could I be about this as well? Who knows? Honestly, I would love to have another category. And also, that book was a delightful palette cleanse in between that really thick romantasy that I read, The Throne of the Fallen. I mean, this took me a while to get through, even though I listened to it. And then I've been reading that one, and I'm simultaneously reading Fear the Flames. It's a nice palette cleanse, and I like that. Because sometimes with romantasy or like fantasy, it's so much to keep track of. It's kind of nice to have something that's like just an easy romance read in between. Or maybe that's just me. Let me know, do you read different categories or do you stick to one? Oh my god, that's true! Okay, there is this girl here. I can't remember what her name is. I think it's like Bella or Isabella. She reads contemporary romance, which is her favorite genre, and then she's been getting into romantasy, and we have similar taste. She gave Quicksilver a 5-star. I love Quicksilver. She also, we've been loving a couple of the same things, and I've been really enjoying her stuff here on YouTube, and I will link her down below. I think she makes amazing things, and I haven't still commented on her channel because I think it's so terrifying to comment as like this book channel, because I feel like I haven't been doing enough book content to be like, I don't know, I don't feel at home in this category yet on YouTube. So I'm just like a silent bystander. Not so silent because I'm making videos, but like I'm not really commenting on other people's videos, but I will link her down below. She gave this one a 5-star. This one I actually just bought. This was not on sale, I don't think, but I bought this off Amazon because she did give The Passenger Princess by Morgan Elizabeth a 5-star, and this is a contemporary romance about like a pageant queen and a bodyguard situation, and she said this was amazing, and I am like, she said it was funny, she said it was sweet, so I hope I'm gonna love this one. I hope I'm gonna feel the same about this one that she did. She was she was very intrigued by this one. I might even have bought some more contemporary romance. Listen, like I said, I was trying to dive into a new category, and I mean, I read that book in 2 days, so clearly I can get through them. This is another book that I bought on sale. This is a hardcover. It's actually really pretty. It has this like really cute like roses sprayed edges, and this is The Coven by Harper L. Woods. It says death is not your end. Okay. I'll always come for you, witchling. Oh, witchling. Whew. Who gets the feels when you hear witchling? He said, holding my stare for a moment. Those blue eyes glimmered with something that felt like more. Stealing the breath from my lungs for a suspended moment in time, the gold seemed to flash, the twisted connection between us pulling taut. Ooh. Raised to be my father's weapon against the coven that took away his sister and his birthright, I would do anything to protect my younger brother from suffering the same fate. My duty forces me to the secret town of Crystal Hollow and the prestigious Hollow Grove University. Wait, is this school setting? I did not even know it. Sometimes listen, if you have never followed Ali Dawson, I absolutely love her. She's one of my closest friends. We talk every day, and she recently just did a PR haul with like beauty and makeup, but she included some books at the end. And she told me something and I nodded because I'm like, yes, I'm the same. She said, listen, I'm so easy. All you need to do is hold up the book in a TikTok or in a reel and be like, and I'll buy it. And someone probably did that with this one. I don't know who, but someone did it. And I bought it, and here we are. School setting. Okay, I'm ready for school setting. Wait, is this gonna be my next one? Have you read this one? Did you love it? No spoilers. I also got this one on sale. This is a really cool, because this is not a hardback, this is like a paperback, but it has this really cool like yellow flowers. And this is Filthy Rich Fae. And I actually had Filthy Rich Vampires. I had that on my wish list, and then I saw this one was on sale, and it doesn't seem to be like connected. And I heard that this is just a very like entertaining and somewhat different romantasy, and it has Filthy Rich Fae, which is a different series, and then Filthy Rich Vampires. I think it's gonna be a play on word on the Filthy Rich, you know, the whole franchise that's been going on. This is from Geneva Lee, and I am excited to read this one. And again, it's only 350 pages, and I'm like, okay. Kate Holloway knows the unspoken rule of New Orleans: avoid the powerful Gage family at all costs. Of course, that was before her brother got caught in their chaos. Ooh, I've heard it's entertaining. I will report back to you. Let me know. Let me know if you've read that and the Filthy Rich Vampire. Which one you prefer. I also heard some really good things, and again, I feel like her name is Isabella. I'm probably saying that wrong and I feel so bad, but she really liked the series by Emily McIntire. This is basically rewriting old fairy tales, and this is Hooked, which is the first freestanding book. So even though it's a series, they're all freestanding. So this is a rewriting of Peter Pan, and it's basically like the bad guy gets the girl. So this is supposed to be like not like romantasy, but I mean there has to be some fantasy things involved there if it's gonna be Peter Pan, right? I've heard good things about the series. Again, I bought it on sale and I was like, okay. It was in my wish list, and I think she came out just now with the last book in this series. Again, freestanding. I think that was The Little Mermaid. I think it's called Hexed. I think that was the 6th book in the series. So again, it's not that many pages. 320. I don't think this is gonna take me too long, but I'm excited to have it because this was on my wish list, and now that it's on sale, that's a win-win. Okay, don't judge me too hard, but I bought this book because it was pretty. This is The Game's God's Way. Why do I feel like Target? This is straight to jail, right? Straight to jail, just putting like a sticker that you can't. Why would Target? Why do you do that? Why do you do that? Straight to jail. But look at how pretty this is. So pretty. I wonder how you can take this sticker off. I'm sure there is a way. I'm gonna ask my husband. He always solves these problems. But it's really pretty. The thing is, this is really, really pretty. Look at this. Like, this is so cute. And I'm fairly sure this is gonna be like romantasy, but not romantasy. It is gonna be not like fae and stuff like that. It's gonna be about the old Greek gods. And yeah, look at this one. The gods love to play with us mere mortals, and every 100 years we let them. I've never been favored by the gods, far from it, thanks to Zeus. Living as a cursed office clerk for the Order of Thieves, I just keep my head down and hope the capitalist beings who rule from the Olympics won't notice me. Not an easy feat given San Francisco is Zeus' patron city, but I make do. That is, until a night I tangle with a different god, the worst god, Hades. Ooh. For the first time ever, the ruthless, mercurial king of Underworld has entered the Crucible, the deadly contest the gods hold to determine a new ruler to sit on the throne of Olympus. But instead of fighting their own battles, the gods name mortals to compete in their stead. Oh! So why in the Underworld did Hades choose me, a sarcastic nobody with the curse on her shoulders, as his champion? And why does my heart trip every time it says I'm his? Okay, so this is like, oh? I mean, Hades is definitely... Is that even morally gray Shadow Daddy? Is that just pitch black Shadow Daddy? I don't know, you tell me. This book I've heard good things about, but this is again from that YouTuber, and I don't want to name her because I don't want to name and shame and be like, we don't have the same taste in books. But she said that she loved this, and we don't really love the same things. And it has this really beautiful, like, it's so pretty, like it is incredibly pretty. So I'm worried that I won't like it, but it sounds really cool. And I bought this in a bookstore. I bought it at Book People here in Austin when I was there with Rachel, and this is Under the Oak Tree, the novel, volume 1, and this is by Suji Kim. So I think this is like an online novel or comic. Yes, the updated and official translation of Under the Oak Tree, the #1 web novel on Manta. This volume collects chapter 1 to 76 of the original web novel by Suji Kim. This is basically about this girl, and she is being wed off to this kind of mediocre guy in the army, and they have a very awkward wedding night, and he's being forced off to go to war. He comes back a very decorated general, and she is so prepared that he's gonna say that he doesn't want to be married with her anymore because they had a very rocky start, and now he comes back and he's basically a hero, and she's like, I don't think he's gonna want to be with me. And he says he wants them to have a go. This is supposed to be romance heavy. There is some kind of a, you know, whimsical fantasy world in the background, but it is romance driven, and it's basically about the romance. But I'm excited to see what this is about. This is a little thicker though. Yeah, this is 430 pages, and I'm excited. I mean, look at this cover. Look at this cover. Stunning. So we'll see. I might hate it. I hope I don't. Okay, this one, why did I buy this one? I think there's simply one person held this up and been like, so I bought it. I don't even know what this is about, but look at how beautiful it is. This is called The Hurricane Wars. This is by Thea Guanzon, and this is an incredible debut full of rich atmosphere, clever world building, and opposing magic and sizzling romance. I mean, that sounds absolutely amazing. Look at this cover, the lady and the boats. I don't know. All Taliesin has ever known is the Hurricane Wars. Growing up an orphan in a nation under siege by the ruthless Night Emperor, she found her family among the soldiers who fight for freedom. Oh wait, I know what this is. Okay. Wait. I think this started out as Star Wars fanfiction, and it got picked up and became traditionally published, and then of course she had to rewrite it from being Star Wars fanfic into something her own universe, because of course she can't publish Star Wars fanfic. That's why I picked it up. Brain is braining again. Well, look at this. I cannot wait to read this. I cannot wait. The second book is already out as well, and I mean, Night Emperor, light magic, we all know what this means. There is so much good, like, literature, or like famous, I should say. There's so much famous literature out there that started out as fanfic, and we don't even know. Like, did you know that 50 Shades of Grey actually started out as Twilight fanfic? And then they got picked up by traditional publishing, and they had to get Twilight out of there, and it then turned into Mr. Grey and Anastasia. Did you know that? And now you know. There is so much interesting stuff like that, and that's why I wanted to read it. This is gonna be so interesting. Oh my god, this seems like it's one of those more traditional fantasy where it's like the pages are really filled. I love that though, because it means that, oh yeah, and it's 480 pages. There's gonna be a lot of world building in this one. I'm so excited. I also got this one. This is Ali Hazelwood. Is it Ali Hazelwood? I hope that. So this is Bride, which I think is gonna be more of a supernatural, like romantasy, but not like fantasy, more like supernatural romance. I think that she has made more like contemporary romance before, and this is her first like more not maybe romantasy, but like superstitious, like supernatural thing. It's about werewolves and paranormal romance. Okay, that's what they call it. Also vampires and werewolves. Listen, what am I getting myself into? Send help. I have no idea, but I've heard people really, really like it. You know what I have heard? I've heard people either like it or hate it. Like they love it or hate it, I should say. Like, it's not strong enough. So I'm gonna be excited to see which one I am. Again, you can tell that she's a romance author because it is only 380 pages. Yeah, maybe 390. So it's not as thick, but I passionate and witty. We'll see how I feel about this. Okay, everybody calm down. When you see this book, please everybody take a deep breath and just, because I know I'm going to show you a book now, and I know there's going to be people that want to comment right now, you should start with this one. You should read this series first. You need to read this trilogy first. You need to dive into this universe. There are so many books you need to read. Everybody needs to calm down. I will not have time to dive into all of Brandon Sanderson's books. I just will not. So I will not be reading 364 different books before I read this one. I will not start with the first book he ever published until I get to this one. I'm reading this one. This is Mistborn. I've heard that this is great. This is the first book in the... What is this one called? It's the first book in a series, and oh my god, because can you see this? This is all of his books. There's literally just a full page of books. Like this. It's just not happening. I'm sorry. That's not happening. I don't have time for that. Who has time for that? Okay, the Mistborn saga is the original trilogy. It's Mistborn, The Well of Ascension, and The Hero of Ages, and then is the Wax and Wane series. And then, oh, the Stormlight Archive. It's 5 books in that one, 6 books. That's what I'm saying. Listen, ain't nobody had got time for that. But I bought this one. It was on sale, and I know my friend Rachel Palmieri read this one, and she really loved it and recommended it. So I'm gonna start here. I have read some traditional fantasy from before, and I do really enjoy it. But sometimes it's not as easy to fly through, and I need to be in the right mood. Like if I've had a super stressful day, I need something easy for the brain. This is perfect if I'm traveling. Sitting on a plane reading something like this, perfect. After a full work day when my brain is mush, no, this isn't perfect for that. So I will save this for a perfect occasion, but I am excited that I own it, and I will definitely read it, and I will hopefully love it. Those were the books. Those were the books that I bought on my Black Friday sale, and also some recommendations from Here and About. Did I even say what this one was about? No. Once a hero arose to save the world, he failed. Wow. Really selling us on this dream. Ever since, the world has been a wasteland of ash and mist controlled by the immortal emperor known as the Lord Ruler. But hope survives, a new uprising is forming, one built around the ultimate caper, the cunning of the brilliant criminal mastermind, and determination of an unlikely heroine, a street urchin who must learn to master the power of a Mistborn. Okay, so what I've heard and what Rachel told me about this, what she really liked about this, is that the world building is amazing and the magic system is very unique and extremely intelligent and just fascinating. So I'm excited to see that. I love interesting magic systems when someone really thought about it. That's what I really loved about When the Moon Hatched. That's what I really loved about Metal Slinger, like really interesting magic system that just gets you to think of it. Anyways, let me know what you think about these books. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for being here and for being so sweet. You have no idea how much fun it has been for me to have this as my little side thing, to just have this channel where I can just upload cute little videos and not have to think too much about it, just talk about books, and it's just a little bit more like low stakes. If you didn't know, I do have a main channel. It's always linked down below. This is just my little side thing. So thank you again for being here. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and let me know what you would like to see in the future. I will be doing a November and December reading wrap up. Definitely. So far I've read 8 books. 8 books though is, I mean, of course, I read 2 books in December already. It's already just December 4th. So I think I'm doing pretty okay, but I'm hoping to read... What am I hoping for? I would love to have 12 books in my reading wrap up, December, November. We'll see if that's possible. Let me know what you would like to see from me, and I'll see you soon. Bye!